This is a production of WKNO Memphis. Production funding for this program is made possible in part by the WKNO Production Fund, the WKNO Endowment Fund, and by viewers like you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mamie. Welcome to Local Color. We're sitting here talking about one of my favorite topics, the movies. Got Chris and John Bifus here. You know what time it is? Oscars.
Oh, yeah.
Oscar time.
Oscar
Yeehaw.
time. Yeehaw. So, I mean, what is your life like around Oscar time?
Just the same as it always is, except I have to watch a program that lasts about 4 hours on a certain Sunday night. But, yeah, you know, I mean, I got my Oscar contest in the commercial appeal, beat Bifus, so you can win those 20 tickets.
I know.
So I just hope that people will enter that, because movie tickets ain't cheap now. So,
And
you know, it can't hurt to have some free ones.
We're going to have the link to that on our website at wkno.org/localcolor,
good.
where they can go to your website and hopefully beat Bifus. I've entered, my husband's entered, my daughter's entered. She's gotten all of her friends to enter. So
Well,
It's easy to do too.
It is.
You just click the boxes, or
That's it.
circles rather. and
that's it.
You're done.
So what's the big hullabaloo this year? You know, every year there's something. What's the big story for the Oscars this year?
Well, I guess a story would be, A, there actually seems sort of unpredictable this year who's going to win, and B, everyone seems upset that Ben Affleck was snubbed, if that's the word, from a Best Director
Why was
nomination
he?
for Argo. Well, you know, it is a vote. It's not no one gets together and decides this. It is a vote of the members of the Directors Division of the Academy. So it just works out that way. But if Argo wins Best Picture, which it seems to be the front runner to do so now, it will be only, I think, the fourth time in history that a movie won Best Picture that the director wasn't also nominated. The last time being Driving Miss Daisy. And the first time was the very first movie to win the Best Picture Oscar, Wings, in 1927. So it's pretty rare.
It's rarer than I thought it was.
It's very rare that could happen.
So the only people that vote on the Best Director are directors that have won?
Well, the nominations are made by people in the categories.
Okay.
But then everybody gets to vote on the who wins the Oscar.
And you gave me a number about how many directors there are. There are like 300 something. That's it.
It's a small amount. I think it might be even smaller than that, but it's a very small amount. The members of the Academy are vast. The vast majority of them are actors. There's something like 5,000 members, and about 1,100 of them are actors. And it's also interesting, people talk about it, it really is an industry. 90% of them or more actually do live in Los Angeles.
Wow.
You know, so that's really makes it an industry town and an industry event that somehow the whole world is interested in.
And you told me that there are 9 pictures that are have been nominated
9
for
nominees, yeah, for
Best Picture. And I don't know anything about Amore.
Well, Amore is opening tomorrow, Friday in Memphis, the 15th, and it's the last of the 9 to reach Memphis. And surprisingly, once it gets here, all the Best Picture nominees will still be in theaters, except for Beast of the Southern Wild, which is already out on DVD and Blu-ray and everything. So you can go see them all if you want.
I've heard great things about Beast of the Southern Wild.
I like it. I like it a lot, and like we were talking earlier in the show, there's a sort of a thread of films that have to do with racial issues and events going through quite a few of the movies this year, like Lincoln, Beast of the Southern Wild, and Django Unchained.
Mm-hmm. No, there are lots of thematic similarities, I think, between a lot of the different films. Because like you said, there's the racial aspects with those 3 films. Also, there's the whole flood, storm,
right?
Water world aspect that you get with Beast of the Southern Wild and with
Life of Pi.
Life of Pi.
And I think it is sort of interesting that with this Forest Park, Confederate Park naming reissue, that if you want to go to see a movie in Memphis where you will see a truly diverse crowd, go to see Django Unchained. Everyone seems to really love that movie. Some people, like Spike Lee, has commented that it's a, it degrades or treat slavery as a joke. But in fact, all different types of audiences seem to almost like that and sort of like to see this horrific national event just sort of belittled and made fun of, like in Something Wicked This Way Comes, where they laugh at the evil and it dissipates.
And you know, the other side of that is you hear people complaining because he has those Klansman figures. You know, they're not really Klansmen, but they're you know, these hooded night riders. And
but they're such a joke.
And people are complaining because you know the Klan doesn't exist until after the Civil War. Well, Tarantino's the man who who killed Hitler.
Right.
So you know, it doesn't matter if he's playing with historical events. He's creating cinematic fantasies, and that's what he always does, and that's his shtick. You don't go to see a Tarantino movie to see a sweeping historical
yeah.
epic.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and let's get back to the real basics. Isn't that what a movie's all about?
Oh yeah, yeah, and you know, I love that you can give him $100 million and he can do this terrific homage to cheapies made in the 60s and 70s.
Right, and those red hooded Klans types are actually in the original Django, the spaghetti western. They're pulled. And that movie, the original Django, from 1966 with Franco Nero was banned in a lot of countries for being too violent. Now it doesn't seem violent at all, although someone's ear is sliced off and he is made to eat it. But anyway, which Tarantino also did in Reservoir Dogs. But that original Django is also all about race. It's amazing if you watch it, except it has to do with the border between Mexico and America. So there's really a lot more from the original Django put in Django Unchained than most people realize.
They couldn't be more different, but I think it's that and Lincoln are really complementary films in a lot of ways.
Well, and you were bringing up the point that so many of them have so many similarities. I mean, like Argo is a real account of a real thing that happened, and so is Zero Dark 30.
Well, I was going to say, you can't, I mean, you couldn't imagine two things more different than the musical version of Les Miserables and Zero Dark 30, which is almost a documentary style film about the manhunt for bin Laden. But these are both like these grand, you know, over a period of years manhunt epics.
Yeah, that's true.
And Les Miserables and Zero Dark 30 and Lincoln are historical. Beasts of the Southern Wild has a little bit of the sort of the historical element of the hurricane
because
in there.
because it's all based around Hurricane Katrina.
And then we've got Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah, that's sort of the odd film out in that group, but it's really, I think it's really terrific. It's one of the few films where all four actors, the lead actors, were nominated in the four categories: Best Actress, Best Actor, Supporting Actress, and Supporting Actor. Robert De Niro, who I think has not had a good movie in many years, is hilarious in this movie. He's great. Jackie Weaver, who plays his wife, is really good. And there's not too many movies made nowadays that you could really call a screwball comedy, like in the tradition of the 1930s screwball comedies.
Like the good Preston Sturges films. Every now and then the Coens try and pay a little homage.
Yeah.
But I think this one is, because, you know, a synonym for screwball is, it's basically a funny word for insane, and the people in Silver Linings Playbook have definite mental problems, so it's sort of literally a screwball comedy, and I like it a lot.
From everyone that I've heard of that's seen it, it's got heart too.
It does.
You know, so there's that.
It makes you, unlike some of these other nominated movies, you do feel good when you see Silver Linings Playbook.
And Amour is also different than the rest of them too, in that it's incredibly, it's a claustrophobic film that except for the opening scene that takes place in like a concert hall, it all happens inside a house. You seldom see a film that's not opened up where you don't have multiple locations. This is, you know, this is a couple facing the end of their lives. Yeah, it's a I guess you could call it a dark love story where for those people who get married, stay together till death do you part. Literally, that's basically what this chronicles. And speaking of movies that bookend each other, Emmanuelle Riva, who's nominated for Best Actress from this movie, is the oldest ever nominee. She's 85, while Quvenzhané, I think that's how you say her name, Wallace, from Beasts of the Southern Wild, is 9. So you have the oldest and youngest actresses for Best Actress. That's pretty cool. In that same category.
And I mean, the movies that are, I actually saw The Impossible. We went to go, Ashley and I went to go see Silver Linings Playbook, and it sold out. So we went and saw The Impossible. Oh my gosh, have you seen it, Chris?
I have not.
What'd you think about it?
You know, I'm not totally sold on The Impossible, but I will say that Naomi Watts is terrific. She deserves a Best Actress nomination. It's a really physically rough role.
It was draining.
And speaking of disasters and floods, that's about the tsunami that slammed into Asia a few years ago, and it focuses on one specific family.
And it's a real story.
It's a true story. To me, call me a lowbrow, but the best parts of that movie to me were the disaster parts. When the tidal wave was slamming into the hotel, when the people were being swept away, trying to survive. I liked that a lot. I lost a little bit of interest in it once you got into the more soap operatic element of them trying to find each other.
That went on a little bit too long for me.
Yeah,
you know, it was just a little too...
I mean, I just had the feeling that, you know, millions of people, millions of Asians lost their lives or their homes forever. But this movie was about some visiting Europeans who we are shown right away at the start of the movie that they're all alive. All they have to do is get reunited. And I was sort of like, this is an experience that people have when they go to Bonnaroo, you know, except at Bonnaroo, when you throw up, you don't throw up a 3-foot strand of seaweed.
Right.
So, but I still like the movie, you know.
Well, I wondered what you thought about it. Now, for the Best Actor, I don't know anything about the movie that Joaquin Phoenix was nominated for. What's that?
Based on Scientology.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
That was a terrific movie. I
thought. Was it good?
It was. It's enigmatic for sure. Wouldn't you say, Chris?
I have not had a chance to see The Master, and I hate it because that was on my list of things I really wanted to see. I have to pick and choose with the twins.
Yeah, I don't think the twins would like The Master.
We can talk all about the animated features.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them too. But yeah, Joaquin Phoenix, honestly, he's astonishing in it. He looks like he has curvature of the spine because he drinks this homemade alcohol that you sort of think is maybe explains why his physicality is so weird. And I thought he was, when I saw The Master, I thought this guy is going to get the Academy Award for Best Actor. But then Lincoln came out, and then I was like, well, okay. And now it seems pretty obvious that Daniel Day-Lewis is going to win, and I have no problem with that.
He is just such a unique actor that totally absorbs himself into whatever it is. I couldn't imagine.
I think I first saw him in My Beautiful Laundrette and thought this guy's something. And then, what was The Merchant? Room with a View, where he played the role of Cecil. And you immediately realized, this actor is a chameleon, and he's proven to be that again and again.
Well, in Lincoln, I think one reason people are really responding to Lincoln is because it presents a sort of a retroactive fantasy wish fulfillment of how people wish the political arena would act now, because it's all about compromise. I mean, what could be harder than passing the 13th Amendment?
How refreshing.
Yeah, somehow they all get together, and the divide then is worse than the divide now between liberals and conservatives, yet they got it done, and it seems like we're keep hitting roadblocks.
Well, the 85th Academy Awards are coming up February the 24th, Sunday night. So we're going to have a viewing party. I think that would be fun. You want to?
Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
When we come back, Ashley will be talking with Keaton Frick about a red carpet Oscar event. Maybe we could go to that.
Glad that you could join us today. This is exciting. The guys just got through talking about all of the Oscar movie nominations. Yeah. And we've got just the event for people to go to celebrate the Oscars.
Yes.
So this is, this event, the Oscar Night Experience, is to benefit the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Memphis. But this is special because this is one of the only sanctioned events, is that right?
Yeah, we are one of 50 organizations in the country who have this partnership with the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. So no one else in Memphis or the Mid-South will be throwing an event on Oscar night, just us.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, and part of what makes this really cool is that the event programs, these are the same ones that are in the chairs of the celebrities who are at the actual event.
Absolutely. Everything that they receive, all the stars, everything that they get at their table at the Oscars, we will have at our event. You'll have the official programs with everything Oscar related, all the movies, everything that's up, the pictures. We've got the posters, we've got signed posters from the host, from the director. So anything that they get, we get.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So I got to go to this event last year. It's really fun. It's my first time to go. This year, y'all changed locations.
We have.
This is at the I was going to say the wrong one. This is at the Columns, right?
The Columns at One Commerce Square. It's downtown. It's fairly new. They've just opened it for events, but it's on Main Street and Monroe. So we're right there at One Commerce Square downtown.
And nobody has to worry about wonky parking. There's free valet for the events.
There is complimentary valet, and it's in a covered garage, so your car will be safe and secure.
Awesome. So once people get there, what can they look forward to?
Okay, yeah, you'll walk in the door. We actually have a cocktail hour, so we have a pre-Oscar celebration. There you'll have drinks and hors d'oeuvres. You'll get to look at some awesome live auction items, get your picture taken. There's open bar. And then from there, we open up the doors and you can go into the ballroom. We've got food from 16 local restaurants in Memphis who will be providing food. We'll have a live auction, a silent auction. Gary Gorn Group is going to be our band, our entertainment.
And they're really, really fun.
Yeah, they're awesome. If you've ever seen them, they've been at the Peabody Rooftop Party before, so they're an awesome band. A lot of cover, dancing, things like that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So now on top of the live auction items, there are some silent auction items, and you've got some exciting stuff to pick from, right?
You do, yeah. We've got tons of things. We've got baskets, so if you're into hunting, we've got a hunting basket. We've got a running basket. Aside from the basket portion of it, we've got vacation packages. We've got trips to the beach, trips to Jamaica. We've got experience packages, going to the Final Four, going to the World Series, things like that. So there's a big variety, and of all price ranges. You know, you can get something for $50 or you can get something for $500. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, one of the things I do remember, you were talking about the food vendors earlier. That was my favorite part of the event last year. There's all kinds of great food, and there were some people there with specialty cocktails.
Yes, we will. We'll have, like I said, 16 vendors. Texas State Brazil will be there, Bari, Amerigo, Erling Jensen, and everyone brings something small, a small sample plate featured on their menu, so you can taste from restaurants all over Memphis. Yeah.
That's great, and there's going to be a viewing room too. So the whole reason they're there,
is
to see the Oscars. So there will be a viewing room, so people can kind of catch up with the awards as those are happening.
There will. There'll be screens all over the ballroom. However, if you are an avid award show watcher, if you go downstairs, there's a beautiful auditorium with stadium-style seating, and you can watch the Oscars in peace and quiet, so you can see who will win Best Actress or Best Actor.
Nice. And this is a wonderful event, and it all goes to benefit the good work being done with the Ronald McDonald House Charities.
Yes. Yep.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up next, Mamie is here with her guest from the Cedar Grove Opry House.
I am so glad you're here with me, and you know I really mean it when I say it.
I'm glad to be here myself.
This is Mike Roby, and you are opening Cedar Grove Opry House. Tell me how it started.
Cedar Grove Opry House. I was on my way to a funeral in Huntington, Tennessee. A lot of good stories start that way. On my way to a funeral, I'm going out Highway 70 off exit 87, and I had been looking for a church to open a music hall, like the Lucy Opry here in Memphis. I grew up going there in the Bluegrass Shack, playing in a bluegrass band my whole life. I drove past it, for sale sign in the yard. I'm like, bam, that's my place. And
so how long before you saw it did you get it?
I went and looked at it that day. I called the lady, I go, give me the code to the lock here. She's like, I don't know you. And I go, give me the code, lady.
Just say, it's me, it's Mike.
It's Mike. And she knew that. And so I went in, looked at it, and said, this is perfect. And I actually bought it from the Memphis Presbytery. It had closed. It was built in 1940. Beautiful church, little T-shaped looking church.
It's adorable.
They took my offer.
I just can't imagine not having it for an Opry House.
I know, it's perfect.
And it's in Cedar Grove, Tennessee.
That's right.
ergo Cedar Grove Opry House. That's so original.
It is, thank you. I'm not really, well, here's the reason. It's got a big cast iron sign out front
That
that was
says
Cedar
Cedar
Grove
Grove.
Presbyterian. I used a sledgehammer, knocked off Presbyterian, and they wanted $300 to change the sign. So.
What did the Presbyterians think about that? They didn't care because
Well, no.
they sold you the
They
place.
sold
It's
me the
yours
place.
now.
Sign came with it.
Okay, so we're opening March the 2nd.
March the 2nd, grand opening
And
night.
what time?
7 o'clock is the opening, 7 to 9-ish.
Whenever we feel like it.
That's right.
And so for the first night, it's going to be the Morgan Brier Bluegrass Band.
That's correct.
And who else is going to be there?
That night, hopefully you will be there and half of Memphis. All of my band members, I play in the Morgan Brier Bluegrass Band.
You're the one that they keep in the back though, right?
They keep me in the back. I play banjo. And the other musicians all live here in Memphis. So they're coming with all of their friends. And
they're
bands
telling
full of
two
people.
friends, and we're
so
telling
on,
two friends.
And so on. And our bassist, Jeremy Upton, plays with the Memphis Symphony, so he's bringing his long hairs. And the rest of the guys, Bo Weaver, he's an engineer here, he plays mandolin. And Candace Goff is our wonderful singer. She's got a voice like Nora Jones and Alison Krauss. And
She really is good.
she
I got
is.
to see her at Goat Days.
Oh, that's right. We enjoyed, that was one of our favorite gigs.
It was one of mine too.
And that's where my wife met you. And
That's
she said,
exactly right.
I know why you love her so much.
Because I'm precious like she is.
Exactly.
You have good tasting women.
And she recognizes greatness. She did.
Listen, so you're going to be opened on the first Saturday of the month
That's
for
right.
right now.
That's right.
But hopefully we're going to start more regular weekends.
That's right. We're going to shoot for just a regular first Saturday of the month and having Memphis and Nashville talent and whoever will pull off of Exit 87 and perform. Our dobro player, Steve Patterson, has done a booking and has also played with Carl Perkins and a lot of other musicians,
now he's over
rockabilly.
at
Casey
he's-
Jones.
Casey
He
Jones.
used to be at Casey Jones and booking people for them. So he's got lots of people that the people that we like.
Yeah.
He said we can book those guys and have them come in.
so
It's going to be so fun. I'm
excited.
looking forward to our band playing the first time.
Yeah.
But after that, I can't wait to walk around
I
and greet
know.
everybody. And we've got a coffee shop and hamburgers and hot dogs and barbecues since I'm from Memphis.
Snap! I'm all over that.
It is. Well,
You know
you're working.
me.
You're working the
Well,
front
I
desk.
am. I got to work the concession stand, right?
Absolutely.
Put on my little paper hat.
My son Lance is actually doing that. He's hip to everything. I'm like, son, I want you to wear a white shirt, bow tie, and a paper hat. And he's like, okay.
Okay. Well, because he's a good kid.
He is. My daughter would have argued and
Oh yeah.
fussed.
Well, now, but your daughter's an excellent singer,
she
right?
is. She will be there as well. My daughter will be performing.
Oh, good.
She's going to be singing a couple of Alison Krauss songs.
Now, you know, I haven't seen your daughter since she was a wee baby.
I know. She's like 6 foot tall, and
Where'd she get that?
I don't know.
Milkman.
That's right.
Okay, so listen, it's going to be March the 2nd. What the doors are at 7, and we're going to go to whenever we feel like
Right.
it. And how far off of 40 is it?
If you take exit 87 to Huntington, it's 16.5 miles.
So, like
15 minutes. It is when you get off exit 87. From Memphis, it would literally take you about an hour and 10 minutes to get there. And I'd love for just a big old crowd from Memphis to come out.
I would
and,
too.
It's just fun. And we'll stick around intermission and then afterwards too, hanging out. It's in the middle of nowhere. and
Hey,
it's
there's
perfect.
nothing wrong with the middle of nowhere.
It is.
Some of the best things have happened in the middle of
Exactly.
nowhere.
I really don't think this would work in town. you
No,
know.
I don't think it would
It
either.
is. It's the little mystique of being just outside of town. And Jackson is a wonderful town, and I miss Memphis terribly.
Well, but you know, I went to college in Jackson, and I love Jackson.
Me too. And I always tell people, Jackson is deceptively small.
Well, everybody knows everybody, and everybody knows everybody's business. And there's nothing wrong with that. You going to come back and see me, Mike?
I will.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. We'll
Next
be right
Valentine's Day.
back. Next Valentine's Day. We'll be right back for a wrap-up and a great event called Jazzifier. We really shouldn't have this much fun.
No, we shouldn't.
I really like Keaton.
Isn't she great?
And you know what? That event is going to be cool at the Columns this year.
I think so too.
So, Chris, Oscars, we're going to go to the
Yeah.
Columns.
Oh,
we're going to
sure.
get dressed up in black tie and tennis shoes and go hit the Columns. Maybe do some ballroom dancing.
I think you should.
I think we should. I think we should get John Bifus to go too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get him in a tie.
Hey, have you guys heard about Jazz Afire? Not Pacifier, Jazz Afire. It's tell me about it. Which Sunday?
It's the last Sunday of every month.
The last Sunday of every month at the Firehouse.
Right.
And that's where the fire comes from.
That's where the
Jazz
fire.
Got it.
And this is just a couple of hours. It's like late in the
It's like 3 to 5 in the afternoon.
Right, but then there's the second hour is BOI, bring your own instrument, so you can jump in and jam.
So it turns into a jam.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. So 3 to 5 is scheduled, and then from 5 to whenever it's free fall.
It
jazz.
democratizes the jazz.
Well, I just found out about it, and I'm excited about it, and I want to go.
Me too. Let's do this.
I'm ready.
Okay.
So what are you going to wear?
To the Oscars or
Yes.
to Jazz Afire? I've already bought a red frock.
Frick frock.
Yep. So I've
For
got
the Oscars or the jazz event?
For the Oscars.
I could do both. What with the fire theme, I could go red. I could repurpose this dress.
I intend to wear pajamas.
You wear pajamas to everything.
Yes.
Pajamas and cowboy boots.
That's about right.
With tails. I've just never seen anyone that pulls it off like you do, though. And I'm going to wear a hula skirt.
Nice.
With a lame top.
Very
Thank you
nice.
guys for coming. Come back and see us, and you guys go out and enjoy your local color and the Oscars.
I still didn't get to see Silver Linings Playbook.